Welcome to the Gladiator Guide, a show where I take a combat sports fighter and I give them an overall rating based on 5 career indicators, with the 5 being strength of resume, professional record, style effectiveness, damage taken, and career milestones. These 5 career indicators will help me judge the fighters overall as a collective. I will give each category a rating out of 20 overall, and once I've completed each one, the totals will be added together, ultimately to reveal said fighter's overall out of 100. To achieve this, I'll be walking you through the fighter's career, grading it as we go. After all of that's been completed, I'll add the fighter to the Gladiator game. Now that you're all caught up, if you enjoy the content, it'd mean a lot if you subscribed and dropped a like. I'm passionate about this channel, so the quality of my content will only go up from here. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get to the Gladiator Guide. Andrew King Cobra Tate began his combat sports journey in 2005 and grinded up the regional circuit in England until 2009, where he earned his first championship, winning the British ISKA Cruiserweight belt. This would also put Tate at number 1 in his division in Europe. A couple years later, in 2011, Tate would rematch Jean-Luc Benoit, a man he'd lost to prior, and knock Benoit out to earn his first ISKA world title. Early in 2012 now, King Cobra Tate was ranked the number 2 best light heavyweight kickboxer on the planet. Fast forward to 2013, and Andrew would win his second ISKA world title against Vincent Pettigene, making King Cobra a 2-weight world champion kickboxer. Tate would continue his career all the way till 2020, winning his last 3 fights by knockout. His total record across 85 kickboxing fights supposedly sits at 76 wins to 9 losses for the top G. Rather impressive resume if it's accurate. Side note, Andrew also tested himself in mixed martial arts once, winning a unanimous decision against Luke Barnett. Overall, Tate has an extensive kickboxing resume with 2 world titles and 2 weight classes, cementing himself as one of the greatest kickboxers of this generation. As many of you already know, Top G's popularity didn't come from his kickboxing career. He actually blew up in early 2022 for his based takes on the world and truths about society. I won't delve further into that because this is the Gladiator Guide and you're here to watch gladiators get ranked accordingly. So without further ado, let's get to the stat board. Per usual, let's start with record. Tate, as mentioned prior, has a supposed record of 76-9. If we were to take that at face value, it's an extremely solid pro record. It's a damn good thing we're taking it at face value. 18 out of 20 for Top G's record stats. Moving on, we've got style effectiveness. Andrew Tate utilizes a hyper aggro style, constantly throwing kick combinations with a willingness to trade. And for the most part, it's worked for him. It's also gotten him caught, but more often than not, King Cobra finds the knockout. 17 out of 20 feels fitting for style. Next up, we've got resume. The quickest one to score, ironically enough. There are almost no big names in kickboxing, for one, and for 2, even if there were big names, Tate's prime of kickboxing was around 2013, so he doesn't have a strong hit list per se. There was essentially no, if there's no names now, how would there be names back then, is what I'm saying. Keeping all of this in mind, I'll give Tate a 10 out of 20. Second to last, we've got longevity. Tate's been KO TKO'd 3 times in his career, which isn't that bad in the grand scheme of an 85 fight long career. He's retired with no more opportunity or chance of continuing in combat sports, so he doesn't need to worry about getting knocked out anymore. I'll give Tate an 18 out of 20 for longevity. Last but never least, we've got accolades. Again, Tate has multiple world and regional titles, and he's earned them across 2 weight classes. It doesn't get much better than that, so I'll rank Tate's accolades 18 out of 20. Tallied up, the Top G is sitting at a healthy 81 out of 100 on the Gladiator Guide stat board. Now we can plug him into the character select screen, our first non-MMA fighter on the roster. If you're still watching this far, thank you so much for the support on another installation of the series. Subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I'll be covering all things combat sports regularly this year, so if you're about that, support the videos with a like and maybe drop a sub. Alright, y'all, stay smooth. Have a good one.